Hi folks, I thought I might show you our latest hedging project that we've got going on. Now, a lot of the projects I've shown you have been done by our volunteers, and then from time to time we bring in a contractor when the hedge is a little bit too much for our volunteers to manage, and this certainly falls into that category. It's an absolutely enormous row of stone. I don't know if you can see behind me just there. So this section of hedge had virtually collapsed. It's on a slope, which doesn't help as well, but I think probably the combined effect of soil moving down the field and then also rabbits getting into the hedge caused it to be undermined and collapse. So what's at the contractor? We've got Richard Cruikshank working on this again. What he's had to do is bring in a fairly hefty bit of kit and get these stones back into position. So these are the grounders, as they're known, which are the biggest stones, great big whopping pieces of granite. The hedge will then be backfilled and built up layer on layer to probably 4, possibly 5 foot. It's quite difficult as well working on this site because of the slope, and as you can see, the ground level over that side is about 3 or 4 foot higher, or perhaps 3 foot higher than this side, so that makes it a little bit more complex working with the digger. So let's go over and see. He's working on another section over here. This bit is pretty much intact, looking okay, and yeah, there's been a collapse here, so he's pulled out these large pieces. Those will go back in, and then whoa, these are big pieces of stone. Look at the size of these. So you do need some serious fixed kit to get these into position. So the idea here is it's not to make an absolutely perfect straight immaculate hedge, just to get these large pieces in position, and hopefully once they're in position they won't shift because they're so large. I'm just going to show you this hedge over here, which is a little bit different in character to the rest of the farm. John, the farmer on this site, tells me that this stretch, which is noticeably different to the rest of the farm. I don't know if you can see, the hedges over there have got quite luxuriant vegetation growth on them, and that shows you that there's soil filling, whereas this is a lot more sparse in its vegetation. And if you have a little peep in here, you can kind of see why. It's because it's filled with stone rather than being filled with earth. And apparently the story goes that this hedge was built by fishermen, not the farming community. And so I forgot to say where we are. We're in the Lamorna Valley, and so the Lamorna fishermen, when they were looking for extra work, apparently came up and built this hedge. There you go, that's an interesting story, and you can see the difference. These stones, they've used much smaller pieces of stone, and it's a much neater placement compared to, can you see in the background there, those great big stones over there. Okay, I just thought you'd like to have a little look at that.